Have you played F1 Mobile Racing, but then you just can't get rid of the racing line? It's a really difficult assist to master, especially when you're trying to master the track. But here on Octave Gamer, as me, Octave Gamer, I am going to show you guys how to race without the racing line right now. Well, the racing line technically teaches you how to go around a circuit. Take, for instance, Hungary, as you can see on screen. The green stuff tell you where to accelerate from, and then as you approach the braking zone, the red things there will guide you how to brake and where to brake. The racing line is so handy if you don't know how to make your way through corners, especially if you're just starting F1 Mobile Racing or you're just starting out a mobile game. Racing lines are pretty easy to master for some people, but for others it's kind of difficult because they won't know where to brake if they easily forget. You play with the racing line today, tomorrow you'll forget how to race without it. You might also forget how to take your favorite part of the corner fast and instead crashing out. Now, I'm gonna show you some advantages and disadvantages. So we're going straight to advantages. There are not really a lot of advantages because racing line does not help some people, but again it does. The racing line helps you go through corners better, although you may lose a bit of time to your opponent, but it helps you master the track. And especially on that same day when you want to get rid of the racing line, you'll be like, man, I want to get rid of this racing line, you know? Then at least you will be able to try and master the track. It may take a while and you're gonna have to master some parts of the track, but it is totally worth it if you want to become better at the game. But also don't forget there are also disadvantages in the game. Of course, number one would be that if you use the racing line, you may be vulnerable to your opponents. Your opponents would gain more time than you are doing because, well, talk about the AI who always maintain the line they're coded to do. Now, take for instance, you're gonna overtake someone at a certain period of time, but then your question is, will I keep the position? Your answer may be yes or no, because at times the AI in F1 Mobile Racing are feisty and you could lose tons and tons of positions. Now we are on to our last step of how to master without the racing line, and this one is very important. Strategies you can use. You might want to take a full lap around every circuit and then take the first lap with the racing line and see what improvement it makes. Try and master the track and then go into the pause menu and disable the racing line, and let's see how you go without it. As you can see, it is disabled. Now let's see what you got on track. Just try a lap without the racing line. If it is good, then you are ready to go. So that is the end of this video. F1 Mobile Racing Driver Academy. This series is just to help you out on where you're struggling. I've been through all of this, where I've struggled where I've struggled when racing without assists, and I managed to take it to my top level. This doesn't prove that I'm the best, but it's just my experience. I'm sharing my experience to you guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you are helped out by this or inspired by this, then do drop